Welcome to the Watchdog News Network. We talk about news and stuff type things really piss us off today. You know, the shit's all kinds of fucked up and stuff all over the place. We got a lot of shit to talk about. We better not delay any further. We better get to it.
That's a catchy hum there you got there, brother.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I said that's a catchy little humming you got going on there.
Oh, I didn't know you heard that. I just got
Oh,
words.
yeah. Does it?
Yeah, you want to hear it?
Sure, why not?
My favorite thing to do is fucking with you. It's fun and easy to do. That's why I like fucking with you. Yes, I do. That's why I like fucking with you. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Stop treating us like animals. Well, you should probably stop being dirty little fucking piggies. Man,
Just
you know
saying.
what? You know what? I got some fantastic news, man. You know, sometimes sometimes when you say things for so long, you're afraid that your voice isn't being heard.
Right.
Right? So it's always good when you get to give one of those good old "I told you so."
Oh, yeah?
I told you so, yeah. So a while back, I was talking. I kept saying how you know, this is nothing new. The things that we got going on today is nothing new. You know, this has happened before. And I was talking about we had the video come out on the Watchdog News of the Tulsa race riots in 1921.
Mm.
Well, look what we found on the news today. I think it's from USA Today.
Yeah, it's USA Today in the money section, no less. Published today, June 15th.
Yep. So they let that out today. I think we talked about we did that 5 days ago.
Sure did.
Well, if you want to see a nice little documentary on the Tulsa race riots of 1921, there you go. Remember that history often has a tendency to repeat itself.
It does.
Yeah.
Definitely does.
Learn from the lesson the first time. In case you're unaware, there was a riot, race-spawned riot in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in 1921. 300 people were killed, and 36 square blocks were burned to the ground. And nothing changed except approximately 10,000 black people's addresses.
Mm. That's fucking horrible.
Hey, don't be mad at me for just repeating history.
I mean,
it's just a fact. If you don't like the delivery, perhaps you should change the facts. So this is 1921. These are some of the images from that event.
Yeah.
They were literally going house to house, murdering people, stealing everything that they had, and then setting the house on fire.
Literally. Stealing everything.
Yeah. So that happened right about this time of the year, 99 years ago, and in Tulsa. And Trump wants to go out there and have a little meeting. And that's the first thing that everybody started talking about. Well, that's the first thing I started talking about. It took them a few days. But that's okay. Better late than never, huh?
Might as well. I mean, you know.
Yep. So once again, you get breaking news right here on Watchdog News Network. kind of fucking crazy that a couple of guys with no fucking budget can bring you better news than these assholes can, huh?
I just don't understand it, man. I don't understand it.
Yeah. By the way, there were no arrests made during these riots. In the riots against police today, 10,000 people, more than 10,000 people have been arrested now.
Mm.
Yep.
Well, here's one that'll just go ahead and, shit is fucked up and stuff. Politico dropped this.
Turns down cases on qualified immunity for police. Is this recent?
6/15/2020.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, look, I'm not I hope this is interpreted the way that I intend it. They heard the Supreme Court heard 10 cases today on um, LGBTQ, whatever. I'm sorry if I get the letters wrong. I'm dyslexic. Forgive me. Um, and that's a good thing. But we kind of have this problem with people being beaten and murdered right now, and they're not wanting to hear that at all. That's fucking sad. So we
No.
make a little bit of progress, and we're still tied up with things. I mean, I thought we already had this. I thought we already had that established, right? We shouldn't be fighting over police brutality anymore either. I thought we had that worked out too.
Thought that was pretty well established. Doesn't seem to be, but
I thought they learned their lesson in 1992.
no. That's why we're here now.
Oh.
I mean, it's
Did
crazy.
Did they learn their lesson? Did Detroit learn their lesson in 1968?
Doesn't seem like it. I
No, they
mean,
didn't. Hey, funny thing is though, in Birmingham, the civil rights activists did a 12-month boycott of the bus system, and the bus system finally broke and removed the restrictions placed on black people on where they can sit on the bus. It took 1 year and 1 day to accomplish that. After 6 days of riots in the 60s and was it 62?
68.
Okay, in 1968, after 6 days of riots, the Civil Rights Act was passed. Yeah. So it's apparently, if you want people to listen to peacefully protest, you should probably listen to them while they're peacefully protesting. Because if people start learning that the only language you listen to is riot, and the only way you hear people is carried by the smoke of your cities, then that's exactly what they're going to do. And anytime that people have a problem with you, they're going to start burning your fucking city down. All right, so start listening to peaceful protests. That's not anything new, I don't think. Shit, the Romans had that one figured out.
Yeah, and they still toppled.
It took them a while.
Yeah. So, here's another one from the Washington Post on those riots, man. It's just completely, yeah.
At the street level, the People's Drugstore was there, and then above it was SCLC. People were sobbing and all because of King's death. It was an emotional moment for lots of people. To us, it seemed that somebody was taking out their frustrations by just throwing this trash can against a plate glass window.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm aware that I have a couple of people who are quite influential in a couple of groups who enjoy the show. Right now, I'd like to speak directly to you. Please, 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 please allow us white people to be outraged with you.
Mm-hmm.
Please. We understand that you've been far mistreated more than white people, and we get that. We're pretty pissed off too.
Yep.
And we love you guys, and we'd like to stand with you. It's starting to get a little bit scary for a little bit of the more paler complected people in the group, and some people are starting to feel uncomfortable by that. Just saying. I'm more than happy to stand out there with you. But this is not a black and white issue. It's a blue versus you issue. And it doesn't stop with the police. It starts there.
At the street level.
Mm-hmm.
At the street level. That's exactly right. I mean, right now the entire world is pissed off at American police. If you ask anyone in the world what they think about American police, their response is likely to be bang bang.
Hands up.
Bang bang, hands up.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
It is. It is horribly terrifying. And yeah, I couldn't.
Huh. And the Supreme Court won't hear the case. I'm sure it's going to come up eventually. I'm glad to see that the protests are continuing. They're calmed down a lot.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know, man. I don't fucking
It's only a
know.
matter of time. I mean, it just sparked up again in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right. Also, I would like to say that anytime somebody is killed with a gun, it's a fucking homicide. Whether the homicide is justified or not is another thing. Right. It's definitely a homicide.
Right.
So when coroners do the report on cadavers that they have, they're doing examinations on, and it doesn't say that it was a homicide. Yeah, he died from fucking multiple gunshot wounds. I'm pretty sure that someone
We defined that a long time ago.
Yeah, somebody took actions to propel a tiny little lead projectile at very high velocities into somebody else's body multiple fucking times. It's a goddamn homicide.
Right.
Right? If you hit somebody with a car and then back over them 2 or 3 times, it's a homicide.
Yeah. Yeah, here you go. I don't think they're learning, though.
Okay. It's gonna be okay. It's okay. Give her some space.
Okay, please clarify. It was a little bit jumpy for me in the beginning. Did the police directly target that young child?
I don't know that they directly targeted her. I couldn't see that part of it. And I'm still looking.
That there was some sort of violence going on.
It says 2 weeks ago, showed demonstrators helping a boy after he was allegedly pepper sprayed by police during a Black Lives Matter protest. The clip captures the outrage of the protesters who demand to know why the police pepper sprayed a child, and they made no attempt to help. So.
Oh, okay. Well, then I would imagine that the people around this child who were demanding to know why that the child was pepper sprayed would only be outraged if they indeed didn't know why.
Right.
Okay, so fuck you pigs, and I demand that the parents of that child be immediately arrested and charged with child endangerment.
Because of a loose cannon cops.
Because of a loose cannon cop. And that child should not have to speak to her parents for at least 12 months, if ever again.
If ever.
Right. Because the parents know how important it is to that child's future to make some changes now. Because if we don't make changes now, unfortunately, there's a decent chance that that child isn't going to make it until she's old enough to make the changes on her own. Or heaven forbid that she should fall in love with someone and they don't make it. The probabilities are becoming higher, right? That so you don't have to necessarily die by police to have your life ruined. I'm still alive.
No.
Fucking barely.
Right. I mean, yeah, dude.
So at what point? When I would like to know exactly when the burden of guilt shifted from the police who were doing these actions to the civilians who they were doing these actions to. And so
I
now
don't
it's the police can do something wrong and charge you with it. I'm surprised that they didn't charge George Floyd with his own fucking murder. I don't understand how it is that we've gotten so far away from anything that's even reasonable or logical at all. The victims in many of these cases are the very people that are being intended to be protected.
Completely.
They come out there for a welfare check and end up fucking killing somebody.
Or even better, here you go. All right. Another one. Another one of these.
God,
from one of these.
We need a lot less of those.
Right.
Oh my God. Another fucking liar. I don't know what he's about to say, but I can tell he's about to lie to me.
It says a Minnesota police officer could have shot an armed teen early Monday. Although the officer would have been completely justified, he held his fire. St. Cloud Police Chief Blair Anderson said.
You hit me right here.
Says the officer was shot during the struggle, but neither he nor his partner shot back, and the suspect was arrested. Hey, look, there's a report already released.
Officers were on scene.
Huh?
Does it say how many officers were on scene?
No. Of course not.
Okay. I'm going to take a guess and say 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Bang! Bang! Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Right. Sons of...
I'm sorry, guys. I got a new drum set, and I'm not very good with it. I keep practicing, though.
Yeah, you can definitely find this one here.
You know, I don't even know what the situation is anymore. I'm just fucking sick of seeing police officers doing things. I don't give a fuck what it is anymore. Just fucking stop. Just fucking stop. You know what? Hey, how about this? You quit your fucking jobs. Quit your fucking jobs, right? And let the people sort this shit out on their own for a little while. Huh? Let's take off the goddamn warning labels and let fucking society sort some shit out. All right? You're worried about your cost of living. You know, you're worried about your fucking city permits required for your in-ground pool. Right? You have to get a goddamn permit to have a porta potty outside of a construction site. Who in the fuck makes this shit up? Honestly. Take off the goddamn warning labels, right? Don't come to my house. Just stay the fuck away, right? If somebody comes and tries to steal my shit, I know how to handle that, right? The only reason I don't know how to handle it is because I don't know how you fucking pigs are going to treat me after I shoot this motherfucker for coming in my house and trying to take my shit. Fuck you. Bang!
Right.
Fuck off of my property. Bang! That'll goddamn teach you. That'll fucking straighten some shit out. Is all I'm saying. There's nothing that says no trespassing like a 357.
Oh, insurance policy, Smith & Wesson.
Jesus Christ. Hey, you know what? Honestly, it doesn't have to be a 357. I'm pretty sure if you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, a
A
22
firecracker.
drum going rack attack tack will fucking make you change your opinion about whatever you're doing. I don't know what you were doing, right? But I'm just
Right.
gonna fuck. I'll buy a new door, you know. But at some point, we're gonna have to start taking care of ourselves because obviously, when it counts, the police aren't going to be there to help us, right? If they were there to help us, our private businesses wouldn't be burning down, right? If they were actually concerned about the people, they wouldn't be protecting police departments. They would have an officer standing outside the fucking Starbucks. They don't give a fuck about the Starbucks. They give a fuck about their palaces.
Yeah.
Because if the ivory tower falls, the
They no
illusion,
longer. Yeah.
and that's
The
all
king
we
is
got
not wearing clothes.
yeah, that's all we got right now is an illusion. Holy shit! You think you're free? Wow! Try to do anything that you actually want to do.
Hell,
Go
go try
outside,
to feed the
go outside
homeless.
in your front yard and see how fast how long that lasts.
Right. Right.
How
I
about this?
mean,
Go outside and paint your house fucking purple.
right? Yeah, here's some more fucked up and shit stuff. All right, I'll get this thing done here in a second. Come on, get off there. And I'm not. Oluwatina Salu, missing Black Lives activist, is found dead. Miss Salu, 19, was found dead alongside a 75-year-old woman in Tallahassee, Florida. Police said their deaths are being investigated as homicides. Oh yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'm willing to presume they are.
Mm,
I'm just gonna
right.
take a wild fucking guess and say that they didn't do it to themselves.
Right.
Let's start walking up and down the fucking streets and banging on doors and asking a couple of questions. What do you say about that?
Hey, that's some good old Dick
Hey!
Tracy type shit.
Come on outside, you motherfucking crackers! We're gonna burn this motherfucker to the ground, huh? And then let's burn down 36 square blocks
Mm-hmm.
and draw straws and kill 300 people and see if that does anything.
Set up a fucking
right
machine gun on top of something.
If they went out there and started burning the city down today, I'm pretty sure they would.
Yeah.
Right? They were going door to door and dragging people out of the house and beating them to death in front of their family. If they were lucky.
Yeah.
Right? That wasn't that long ago. Hey, if you want to know more about that, call your grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Call Granny. Ask her what she was doing when she found out about the Tulsa race riots.
Right.
I fucking dare you. I'm telling you, she fucking bites you though.
I know. Yeah,
Man.
I understand.
Hey, we haven't done one of these in a while. Here, check this out.
Fantastic.
Right, those are over at Teespring.
Oh, so I also want to talk about this guy in Atlanta,
Yeah.
the Wendy's napper.
Oh yeah.
I don't give a fuck if he was totally wasted. His car was parked. Leave him alone. Let him drive home. Not drive home, but let him go home, you know?
Yeah.
What happened to that? Hey, you're drunk. Well, pour it out and go home. Leave it here. Come back and get it in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Walk your ass to the house. That's your punishment for the night.
Right.
You come back and get your car in the morning when you're sober.
No, I understand. He was driving drunk. You can write him a ticket. You can write him a ticket. Fuckleberry says, I'm not racist. Check my Pornhub history.
And we do want to get.
God damn.
Dude.
Oh my god. Damn, dude.
Can we please have a moment of silence for the mic that was just dropped on that one?
I know, right? Jiminy. Fuck. Fuckleberry. Definitely earned the name. Holy shit.
Wow.
From 2 gunshots.
Yeah. So Rashad Brooks,
Who was also killed by.
Yeah, so he was they're saying he was drunk. He doesn't look drunk to me. He looks like he did okay. They say he failed. I don't give a fuck if he did or not. You already had his ID. You were trying to arrest him because you're being a fucking dick. You're
Right.
saying I don't have much discretion on that. Motherfucker, you always got discretion. You always got discretion. You never put handcuffs on one of your dirty little fucking pig buddies.
piggies. Right.
You don't even put them in handcuffs when you take them into the jail. Fuck you. Fuck you.
By a white police officer. A medical examiner confirms to ABC News that the 27-year-old died from 2 gunshot wounds to the back in the parking lot of this Wendy's restaurant. Someone burned the restaurant to the ground the next night, and authorities have put out a $10,000 reward to find.
Okay, hey, first of all, if you report this lady, fuck you. All right. Do I agree with what she did? No. No. Did that Wendy's have to be burned? No. Should it have been burned? I am not the one to say. She obviously feels like it was. Right? Was it a crime? Yes. Yes, it's a crime. Am I going to tattle? Fuck no. No, I'm not going to tattle. And it's not because I agree with her actions. It's because I understand why she's doing it. Right? Mm-hmm. Not everything has to be hit with a fucking hammer. Okay? Not everything has to be done to the extreme. Right? So, this guy having to go to jail? No. You didn't really have to do that. You know, make him call his mama. Oh, his mama's dead. Oh.
Yeah.
Parking spot and appear.
I mean,
they talked to him for 30 to 45
minutes. Confused as he.
Yeah, I mean,
I understand. I get it, right? Come on. Stop hitting people with a hammer. You're going to destroy this guy's life for what? Why does he have to go to jail? He has to go to jail so that he has to bond out. Right? That's an unfair financial burden.
So the dude's even parked right.
Right.
The dude is parked between the fucking lines.
Well, he's parked right here. Right, but at first he was parked like he was going to go through the drive-thru.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But he was still able to pull the car in to a parking spot between the fucking lines.
Yes.
I remember watching a friend of mine try to park a fucking truck, and he was 3 sheets to the wind. That motherfucker couldn't get it in with Crisco.
Right. Why are you being so moody?
I don't know, man. It just kind of gets me with some of this stupid shit.
Whoa. Stop being so defensive. There's no reason to be so defensive.
Oh.
To a parking spot and appears confused as he looks for his license. He says he's only had 1 drink that day.
What? You say 1 drink? What kind of drink was it?
It was just one little margarita.
Officer Garrett Rolfe arrives and puts the man through a field sobriety test. Everyone is still calm.
I think you've had too much to drink to be driving.
But when the officer tries to put him in handcuffs, Brooks refuses.
Stop fighting! Stop fighting! You're gonna get tased! You're gonna get tased!
It gets intensely physical. Brooks grabs the stun gun of one of the officers. And here is the moment that is going to be the subject of a lot of debate. As Brooks is running away, you see him reach back and point the gun at Officer Rolfe. That's when investigators say
The gun?
No, it's a
The
less
gun.
than lethal. Yeah,
The gun. Well, maybe they thought it. So what was it?
it was the officer's fucking taser. You can see the light that it points out.
Well, the officer probably didn't know that.
He was the one
officer
that they
probably
took
didn't
it
know
from.
that. He probably thought that it was a real gun.
I'm gonna find that very, very, very difficult to believe.
Oh. Well, maybe he was afraid that it was going to hurt.
You know, I tell you what. I got some oceanfront property in Arizona for you.
Really?
You know, yeah, dude.
Dude, I've been looking for a place to go.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, you got to give it a couple hundred more million years, but it'll be oceanfront property eventually.
Oh. Well, I got nothing but time.
Right? So, you know, I mean, it's.
Hey, I heard about this place that was right on the coast of Arizona, and I heard that there was some justice there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I heard that it was the first place in America to actually mandate that every citizen of the United States and resident of the oceanfront beach in Arizona have equal treatment and justice under the law.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
You say so, huh?
Yeah. Fuck. I don't know.
Dude,
I mean, honestly, if you ever have any verbal diarrhea to spew, the internet's the only place to do it.
oh, yeah, completely. It's a great toilet bowl for it.
Yeah, because then, I mean, you don't even have to. You don't even have to justify it. You can just say basically anything you want to. Right? Some people will believe it.
Right?
Hey, whatever happened to COVID? Is COVID still a thing, or did we give up on that?
Oh, well, you know, it's probably still a thing to the fucking bots.
Oh. Did they come out with a vaccine yet, or?
I mean, I was reading things that were saying that they, you know, so many doses were already promised when it was actually completed.
Oh.
Right, but no, like, holy shit, we actually kicked its ass. We need you to line up in very long lines, and you know, we'll just rack you, stack, and pack you.
Man, it's really not looking good, is it?
Oh, I mean, seriously, it's kind of like, it's like this. Something like that.
Huh? Oh, that's great. Man, that poor guy.
Not only does he have to worry about walking down a, should be, you know, if it's professional standards, it's like 1 inch over 1 foot, right? So you can have an inch of drop over 1 foot of travel. I mean, it looks a little bit more than that, but, you know. I mean, I found other pictures of, like, Obama just, like, trotting up the fucker, you know. I mean, oh, sorry. So, you know how you were saying something about the Wendy's, right?
Uh-huh.
Look at this white girl. Look at the white girl trying to set shit on fire. Look at the white girl trying to burn down the Wendy's. This wasn't us. This wasn't us. Look at this white girl. Look at the white girl trying to set shit on fire.
Fireworks and all kinds.
Look at the white girl trying to burn down the Wendy's.
I lost it. Sorry, guys.
This wasn't us.
So, You know what's amazing is they show the picture of her with her face mask on instead of that one.
Good.
I mean, there's actually more information in this one than that one. Silly asses. I mean, that's why I have discontent. I mean, yeah, well, you know. Yeah,
That's some good
just
shit. Hey, you know, back at the beginning of the whole lockdown, are we still on the lockdown?
we're not.
Well,
We're
I
on
was
like
definitely but is the lockdown still a thing?
in places it is. It is still in.
Wow.
You know, they're actually having like, you know, supposedly, you know, the most cases in days in places like Texas and, you know, some of these other well-populated states. So, you know,
Wow, that's good.
yeah, I couldn't
So
really tell either, Jill.
people are still dying.
Yeah,
Oh, good. A lot of people.
I, I mean, the mainstream media hasn't fed me their bullshit about it, so I don't really know.
Oh,
Right,
well, I hope
and
a lot of people. I hope a lot of people are dying.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I wonder sometimes. You know, because I mean, I was reading stories about, you know, some of the numbers not even being right, and you know,
Oh,
questions about how they're actually collecting those numbers.
I really hope they're underreporting the numbers.
Yeah.
Seriously, we need like 300 million people to die in this country alone. You know, I mean,
Or,
God, can you
I
imagine how
mean, is
much?
that the actual number they put out that we need to have happen to have all this shit stop?
Oh, I don't
I mean,
know.
oh,
I mean, honestly, I think that's probably an underestimate. If we could get
oh,
350 million people to commit suicide spontaneously, that would be fantastic. Honestly, if we could get people to congregate in one particular area before they commit suicide, that would honestly be the best thing.
well,
That
I
way,
mean, supposedly, actually, the congregation is that. So, I mean, they
oh,
don't even have to do anything else, right? They just show up, get together, and that is
right.
the general message.
Well, I mean, I guess people could commit suicide at home. I just hope that they don't mess up the interiors very much, so that the survivors can have a nice place to stay.
Right. Yeah, you know, some pretty other obscure news is that since all this bullshit has gone down, tech companies and their facial recognition are demanding federal laws on how it's to be implemented and used, and you know, before selling it to any more police.
Oh yeah, because they're not gonna fucking abuse it.
Oh no.
You give a pig a stick, he abuses it. You
Oh
give
yeah,
a pig
completely.
he abuses it. You
Well,
give a
look at 23andMe.
you
Okay.
give him a car, he runs over people.
Right.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
You know.
I mean, you can't even trust a pig to carry their own dick without abusing it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
They'll abuse
Completely.
somebody, anything that they got, they'll abuse somebody with it. And heaven forbid they think that you hid some marijuana in your vagina, because then they'll
Right.
do a 30-minute forceful vaginal cavity search on the side of the road. And of course, there's
And
a
then
short
charge you with resistance afterwards.
right charge you resisting. Don't assault the police officer. Heaven forbid you should leak on his shoe.
Right.
Jesus Christ! They charge that guy with they beat his ass and then charge him with bleeding on their pants. Fuck you. You know.
Uh huh. Oh.
It doesn't matter. So no matter what happens, the court is going to fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
The court is going to fuck you. So okay, so they want to talk to your kids. You don't want them to talk to your kids. You know what they're gonna do? You know what they're gonna do if you don't let them talk to your kids when they want to talk to your kids? Are they gonna take you to court and
No.
ask the judge to demand that you allow them to talk to your kids? No, they're gonna come and find you in the middle of the fucking night and then
With
point
armed
guns
guns.
at you and then find a way to find anything, any fucking thing. They will lie. They will say that you don't have any food and fucking water to arrest you and charge you with the fucking crime. They'll make it stick later. They'll figure it out later. It doesn't matter if it sticks. They got your kids. They got you. Right? And then for the next 12 fucking months, all you can do is try and play their fucking system because now they got you by the balls. They've got all your money. They fucking destroy people. They fucking absolutely destroy people. Anything, a fucking speeding ticket can get you killed. Don't believe me? Tell the officer that you're not that you weren't fucking speeding.
Right? Try to have a conversation with his ass.
Have a conversation. The motherfucker pulls you over for a license plate light, Rockwall, Texas. And then says that, oh, I smell marijuana, Rockwall, Texas. And the person's like, I don't even smoke weed. And the guy's like, well, I smell the odor of burnt marijuana. All right, I've known this person my whole life. They don't smoke, motherfucker. Right? So you stomped the ever living goddamn shit out of the man. Don't find any fucking weed, and then you let him go with a warning for his license plate light? And why can't you get the body cam footage, huh? Oh, because it didn't lead to a criminal conviction. Fuck you. Fuck you. You can do anything you want to do, right? And then we will hide the evidence of your crime. God damn, that sounds good. There's a few people I'd like to stop the ever living shit out of.
Here you go.
I have a list, but I got a couple of names.
This will make you feel good.
Right.
It's got to make you feel good, right? Because, the guy that was talking about, when you're putting them in the car, you know how you grab their head? Don't do that.
Right.
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 He's gonna sign an executive order, right? Focused on tracking the misconduct, right? On tracking.
Right. So so now there's gonna be a list that nobody's gonna do anything about. Fantastic.
Exactly.
And why do you do this to me? You know that I like being funny. I wanted the show to be a funny thing.
Yeah. Well,
it was supposed to be funny. We were supposed to laugh about the news.
Yeah.
Funny. This is depressing.
This is.
Hey, I got a question. Do you have any experience with photography?
I've taken a few pictures.
No. Yeah, I've taken a few pictures too, but I've got this new camera, and I'm wanting to take some action shots of the presidential motorcade as it goes.
Shit.
And I was wondering if you could help me adjust my settings.
Yeah. I would highly recommend that you go out and do nature.
I think I need to turn
photos.
This little knob on the side. It makes a couple of clicks, but there's a green camera thing, and I think that's automatic, but it only takes one picture at a time. So should I only take one shot at a time, or should I put it to this other button that when I hold the button, it just clicks until I let go?
I would highly, if it's an action shot, you better be good on your finger for the single shot, right? I mean, it's single snap.
Right. So I should probably use the continuous shot.
Yeah.
That way, at least one of them has a chance of being in frame.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
Exactly. Because dude, Apple's been working. I mean, look at all these fucking phones that have like 15 cameras on the back of the motherfucker. I mean, it's so that you can take these good shots, right? But you want to go out and get the professional camera.
Hey, have you ever take?
No, I haven't.
Probably
haven't.
Fuck! I wish I could remember the meme. It was the Booth. Have you ever taken the John Wilkes Booth challenge?
No.
It's where you blow your load on the back of the tallest. You find the tallest man in the theater and blow your load on the back of their head, and then try to get away before anybody catches you.
Yeah, not gonna work out. Not gonna fucking work out.
Oh shit. Oh, it's supposed to be funny, ladies and gentlemen. It's supposed to be a goddamn joke. Don't be so fucking tense. It's a fucking joke. It's a joke. Fuck off. It's a fucking joke. Jesus Christ. Just say no. I don't talk to pigs. I don't talk to pigs because shit is fucked up and stuff, and they're just as likely to fucking murder you as they are to help you. Jesus fucking Christ.
All right, here we go. Check it out. We haven't done one of these in a while.
All right, if you want to buy a shirt, there it is. It'd be nice because every month the state of Texas charges me $300 to exist. It sure would be nice. I would rather be able to spend that money on something important like any fucking thing else. Jesus fucking Christ. Fucking goddamn bastards right there. Road pirates. Fucking road pirates. You know, I call the highway patrol on a regular basis. I'm sure they're tired of hearing from me. And I asked them at what point are you allowed to use force to defend yourself against armed robbery on the highway. They said, "Oh well, if somebody stops you in your vehicle and is trying to steal money from you, then or trying to steal from you, then you know you have to make a judgment call." And I said, "Well, I'm pretty afraid of men with guns." Right? And he said, "Well, what do you mean?" I said, "Well, I've been driving through whatever state I'm calling, and I keep seeing these pirates on the side of the road with all these goddamn blinky lights on their car." And he goes, "Oh, so what you're describing is police." I said, "Is that what you call them?"
They hung up. Oh. And they hung up.
I don't know why. I'm just trying to ask some questions. Bang! Oh, sorry.
Right.
That's I hope you guys are entertained. We do the best we can to keep the news as upbeat and positive as possible, while also throwing in some things to make you think. So, just a reminder: we sometimes say things that are provocative, and they're not necessarily our true opinions, right? Of course, you will never know the difference. But we sometimes say things just to make a point, right? So
yeah. And please stop your fucking shit so we don't have another fucking war on our goddamn land, Fuck.
I would really, a couple hundred years ago, we fought a war with when muskets were still predominant. You might get 3 rounds per minute. As of today, we can shoot 30 rounds per second.
We don't want this. It
is bad.
And it is horrible.
The number of remote controlled vehicles is astonishing. I would hate to see what a guerrilla warfare in this country would look like. You think that we've had a rough time with the Stone Age people of the Middle East, and mind you, they were not Stone Age people before we decided that they had something we wanted. They were quite advanced. Obviously, in the last 1,500 years, shit's kind of changed over there. Just a reminder: all of our numbers, 0 through 9, those are Arabic numerals, and they're Arabic numerals because the Middle East at one time was the center of education for the world. As today, you would think that people would come to America for a proper education. Well, 1,500 years ago, if you wanted to be educated at all, you went to the Middle East, and things changed. Right? It wasn't all us, obviously, but boy, we sure in the 90s we're talking about bomb them back to the Stone Age. Well, what are you going to bomb? The only thing left is a couple of antique Russian military equipment that they abandoned in the desert when they hauled ass out of there last time.
Here you go.
Yeah, so this is the first admitted murder by the government of a United States citizen by use of robotics, aka a drone. So this is a bomb disposal robot. They are armed, right? And this honestly, this isn't the first time that something like this was used. If you'll recall, on the Watchdog News Network, we had a premiere of a documentary about Ruby Ridge. And at Ruby Ridge, they drove one of these type vehicles up to the front door, armed with a 12 gauge shotgun, and using a mobile phone as bait. Right. So this is not a new concept. This is just the first time in my lifetime, in my adult lifetime, that I remember the government actually admitting and acknowledging that they killed an American citizen with a robotic device. Fan fucking tastic. And this one's a big clunky motherfucker. Okay. Don't tell me, because I won't believe it for not 1 second, that our government has not developed small, tiny little drones with explosives on them. I know that they've done so because I thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and if I can have the idea that, oh shit, that would suck. That would suck if there was a lot of those. I'm pretty sure our government has a lot of those. Fucking road pirates, right? They beat the shit out of protesters who were trying to warn them that their behavior is going to cause this exact kind of reaction, right? And then they ask, where's all the civil rights leaders? You fucking put them in jail a year ago, and you know it. You've been putting them in jail. Scared the fuck out of them, right? The reason they're in Mexico, motherfucker. Gavin Simons in Mexico, right? I don't know if he sees himself as a leader, but fuck, he sure did open a lot of eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about somebody who's made a lot of change? Gavin Simons made a lot of change, right? Red Fawn has made a lot of change. Schaefer Cox has made a lot of change. And maybe not individually, but the ripples that they have created are still affecting people today. And unfortunately, their stories are terrible. These people have succeeded in their fight. As a matter of fact, all these people have lost. And all of the heroes in the civil rights movement that I'm aware of have either spent lots of time in prison or been murdered. Or been murdered. Oh,
right.
You believe in peace? You're trying to tell everybody to love each other and get along? Oh, well, we can't have that. Bang, motherfucker, you're dead, motherfucker. Kill that motherfucker.
They're shooting at this guy. Look at that shit.
What the fuck? You just fired a fucking round about you fucking.
Right.
There you go. Hey, that happened all night. That's part of a civil rights lawsuit that is has just been filed. Well, they got it today. That's against the city of Denver. That's one of 3 that's been filed against Denver alone. We'll have
just Denver.
More. One has been sent to Texas, and there will be a couple more on their way just as soon as I finish that up. That'll be a good time. Whose video? That's Ghost Rider's video. I apologize. Thank you for pointing it out. That's Ghost Rider's
My
video.
apologies.
And that's my big fat ass on the other side of the road.
Sorry, man. I couldn't help but, you're talking about it, and it was like, well, this is their response to it.
That left a 12-inch circular bruise on my side for over a week. It was probably 10 days or longer. They shot me multiple times that night. I am not a rioter. I'm not violent. They just wanted to shoot people. And it's not fair. I want to shoot back. Right? I would like the same toys that they got. You think they'd be happy about that?
I'm sure they would escalate it further than you'd want to go, sir.
Of course they would, because they have exclusive right to the use of violence.
Jesus.
Sure enough.
Show enough, man. Show enough.
Whoa! God, whoa, bro.
You gotta just chill.
Lose the attitude.
It's just there, man. Because it happens.
Stop being so defensive.
You know.
You're incredibly moody and defensive. You got to knock that off, man. I just can't tolerate it.
BAM!
Oh, shit.
What about that? How about that one?
Oh, shit. Wee, man, Biggie.
What about that?
True.
How about that one?
Oh, shit.
What about these?
I like those.
You know, I mean, so there's some fun, right?
Whoa.
To those guys, right? They get that.
Oh, my goodness.
This guys gets that. All right. And then we go to this one.
Wow.
I know, right? I mean,
shit is fucked up and stuff. You know, I know a guy that was arrested for saying that.
Oh, really?
It was no less true then than it is today.
Right.
And I'm still being prosecuted by Royce City, Texas for that.
Oh, yeah?
Royce City, Texas. A friendly touch of Texas. Yeah. I sure do wish I had the phone number for that place, because I would give them a call and ask them if they are aware that shit is still fucked up and stuff. But I don't have the phone number, so I can't call them, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's one other one. We've had a lot of the email in there, and one of the things, was it this one? That was that. There was another one from, here we go. Right. Oh shit, I gotta put it on the right screen. Sorry, guys.
Whoa, man.
I know, right?
No, there's no reason to be so defensive.
Wow.
It's okay.
The pictures made me
If she scratches us, we'll call the cops or everybody. We just stand right here. No one's gonna touch this game, okay? I hope you're so proud of yourself.
What are you gonna do when it rains?
Exactly. When it rains, it rains.
Yeah. And this will be gone then too.
Yeah, and that's fine.
We don't want to have to look down at this mess.
So don't look at the mess.
We live here.
Don't look at the mess.
Okay.
Right.
So what it
And
looks like is this person, this kid, and her mom apparently was drawing in the parking lot with chalk, and little Miss Debbie Downer had to come out there and fucking hose it off. What a fucking cunt!
That is definitely. See you next Tuesday.
What a fucking cunt! That's the same kind of bitch that would call the cops on somebody for suspicious activity. It's just somebody walking down the street.
Right. Right. What happens when it's gonna rain?
Well, see, the thing about rain is that the rain is not doing it intentionally. The rain just is, right?
Yeah.
The rain is going to do what it does.
And we're okay with that.
We're okay with that, right? There's some things that I cannot change, and those things that I cannot change are while they can still hurt.
Mm-hmm.
They are. They're easier to deal with because some things just are, right? Give me the power to change the things that can be changed, and the power to ignore the things that I can't, and the ability to discern the difference.
It's grant me God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I can't, accept the things that I can change. No, accept the things I cannot change. The courage to change. Oh, now you're gonna make me look the shit up.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, that one though, right? And it's up to all of us individually to be the change that we want to see in the world. And it's not up to me to decide what is important to you. But if it is important to you, it is important to me. And I hope that if anything comes from what we do here at the Watchdog News Network, I hope that at least one person gets the courage to stand up for something they believe in.
Yeah. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Very well said. That's a good quote right there. You heard it straight from Friends and Code. That's a good quote.
No.
Wise man, the mastermind of all things.
Shoot, I wished. No.
The surveyor, the owner and surveyor of all things. He, one, the only Friends and Code.